Hello? Hello? I thought that I was streaming. But all I did was set up the stream and apparently forgot to actually start said stream. Oh my god. Well, you missed me doing the finishing touches on a fence. Ah. Welcome to Lumbridge. Isn't it fabulous? Let me really quick check. Do I want to... No, I'm gonna have to go around this way. Don't worry, you won't know what I'm talking about. XD, ignorance is cool. Um, is this on the same level? It is, which means that I think I'm gonna have to say goodbye to these, such as the limitations of the engine so far. If only I had the ability to add walls like in The Sims. This is looking absolutely fabulous, and we even have natural lighting so that we never lose our way. I just gotta walk in here real quick. This is apparently the butcher. There's a lot of food and related paraphernalia. The man, I counted them. The man has at least 13 pots. I think possibly almost twice that. If I go back and just double check. Yes. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bookshelf. Then we have 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now it's 13, and 14th on the stove. 14 pots. Technically, 11 pots and then 3 containers or something, and like 5 massive spoons. 2 butcher's knives. Copy that out, certainly. And oh no, that's not a chandelier, that is in fact a torch. So I did have actual lit torches in here, but unfortunately, it's just the thing, they tend to make smoke. And so I came in here for about 5 seconds, and I was immediately accosted after a moment by just the smoke particles were like filling the entire thing. We have a little chimney over here, isn't it grand? Let's see, and then you have the bookshelves, or well, just actual shelves. Almost everything in here that you see is handcrafted, and most of it was done today by me. I maybe should have done a recording for this because it's not very long, but I have been working night and day on this for the past 3 days, and I have been loving every minute of it. Except for working on stained glass windows. My god, that's going to be a whole meme. Got some rush matting here. Got a beautiful leather carpet. Is this actually because I'm tall? No, okay. Maybe it was just being weird. I am going to have to come in here and do... I will at least do this. And then that. And then I'll flip these around. place that torch back where it belongs. I'll do the stone path. Should have done the other one. Never going to use the steps. Okay, so yes, we have over here. I guess I should do a showcase because I found ember blocks in the inventory, and I'm very happy for those. Right there. I think theoretically that's. I can't fathom what it is. Maybe it's only available in creative. I did add some plants because I noticed that I was missing quite a substantial in the catalog. We have the embers here, the coal fire. We have the oven. Presumably the fire's in there, and then you put the oven there. You have the stove there, and I guess the fire is just in there somewhere. And then all the smoke comes up here. It's very fabulous. I'm thinking perhaps I might just do this. Technically, this goes up rather sharpish before it comes out on the other side. Click. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. And then the stove. Does it go like this? Perhaps. It might, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh god, I'm shivering. I need to get something warm with me. Coffee, tea, coffee, tea, coffee, tea. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit of green tea and calm yourself down instead of wiring yourself up. Sometimes it's nice to take a break, not completely hyperfixated on a project for 12 hours. I'm not going to be doing a lot. I'm just kind of like hanging out here at the moment. I've been working all day, and I think it's nice to just kind of show it off a little bit without directly working on it. Could I possibly move this aside? I'm just like picking at fine details as they elicit my fancy. I could. It's possible. I think maybe. Yeah, I could do that. We're going to pull this right here. Oh. Never mind. Because that is two discrete blocks. I could. I theoretically could. I just don't want to. Right, let's see. Stone path. 1, 2. Let's look at these blocks. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I'm going to count that as a stone path based on this reference. Yes. And I'm also going to put some ashlar or aged irregular clay bricks TM over here. I do enjoy when the build's quite simple. Small details such as this is all that require. Yeah. Oh, and then it does need a second set. Perhaps not quite as tall, but it is rather taller than the fence. Yeah, it's just like that. It's perfect. This is just a backup. Occasionally, rampant vandalism happens, so I have to keep copies of things, like saving a file on occasion. And then we do have our fabulous little thing over here. I'm going to... Is this on the outside? It is. Difficult. Yeah, we would much rather do this. And then Yes. And now we press F and we add, no, we don't replace overlapping voxels and then we hit, is it U? It's actually, this is on the in, what side did we do this on? This side, right? And this is on the inside. Is that correct? They are exactly overlapping. So I think, because I'm doing it on that side, I can just get away with this. I need to stash this back up. I don't technically need it. It's just nice to have it. Then it takes its time over there. And then we'll just get rid of that. Another block is in the way, isn't it? Right. Twist this right. Can I cause this to move? Place overlapping voxels. We'll just do that. Fabulous. We don't have the tops of those yet. So let me just take care of that. And then we do this. No, the other way around. Do that. And we will do merge design without replacing the overlapping voxels. There! Isn't that absolutely fabulous what modern technology can accomplish? You just absolutely love to see it. And we'll do this. Yes. Yes. This is technically true. Oh. Yes. Okay. This one is what we're going to add. And we're going to add it to this. Okay, we'll need to get rid of that then. You're on the wrong side. That's the wrong tool. Well, let me try that. Yes, that worked. And then don't replace overlapping voxels. We'll just add that in. Absolutely magical. And we will add this in bespoke. That's not correct. My bad. Magical. This is coming together so well. I'm so happy with this. Now, originally, I was planning on just doing this part, but he very quickly developed such an aversion to working with the stained glass that I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on literally anything else. And so I did, Um, I ended up working on the rest of the hamlet. Such as these parts, and we'll just hit this down like that. That's not correct. Brown outer, yes. There we go. We've got shingles for these, and then acacia for the other ones, because this is like a one-time thing. It's also, look how snazzy it is. It's got the vines, so very clearly made later. I think all of this was painted and designed in like old school, not old school, RuneScape Classic. And then this was added in RuneScape, old school RuneScape. So 2001 when that came out. This is like an original. This is a holdover from the original game, and that was part of like a newbie quest when they started adding ghost things. There is various pot marks and such out in the random parts of the world. What is that? It looks strange on the side. Just quickly come over here. This is ice. It looks like a mini tundra biome. We've technically started this. We've technically started this build in the middle of the desert or some manner of prairie. I decided not to do that because that patch, because that was why I think I spawned over here. It spawned in this area. Yes. Even 20% slow is quite fast when you're flying. And with the... Not sure if there's a visible increase in movement speed in creative. I'm going on that. Oh, it's hard to tell because I'm still on it technically. I believe I'm just the same because I'm in creative. Check this out. I think I will add a smidge. Grass. Does that count? It does. It's right on the border for all of them. Do I need to do it from here? Why is it so finicky about this? It actually will not unless the bottom row is done. One underneath it. The only tool I wish for from Chisel and Bits is the ability to perhaps initiate lines and such, but it is already quite temperamental at times. You just have a look at the church real quick. Okay, so it does go over there. And it also goes down here. So we do this. Oh! Flight controls in the platform I'm using to view this in are Q and E. Flight controls in here are space and shift, so I'm constantly fighting to update my instincts in real time. And then we would like to do it like that. Don't replace overlapping voxels. Right, now we need to do that properly. No! Because it's because I don't have overlapping voxels turned on. Oh, that's tedious. I'm just going to do this and then that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 And then only then do we do this. Is that the right thing? It is. Okay. Well, what the shit happened there? Don't replace overlapping voxels. I hit the wrong key. I pasted it in instead of actually using the tool. Everything in here is made from me. They're doing quite well for themselves, aren't they? And then, so it's sloped quite dramatically there, and I would also say there, and it's a little bit more lax here. So, oop. See. Chiseling is very rewarding, as it happens. I finally found an artistic medium that I mesh with very well, and it happens to be one where it's also a video game that I'm using in some kind of 3D sculpt. But the feel of this is this part of the same block? Am I trying to paste it onto this? I'm not sure what issue it's taking with me here. Right? Because I'm over here. Okay, that worked. It's because it's not all the way out. Here, yes. Shall we do like that? Score grew right over there. Fabulous. Truly. Is this at the edge? No. It would have to be... I don't feel too bad about doing this. Let's just do one. And then another. Because it's much easier to do it the other way than it is. Oh, maybe not. Silence. It's fine. Ambiguous is a word I'm looking for some reason. Yes. Yeah. I'm very satisfied with this. Theoretically. The fence here is sort of structured in a bizarre sense that it's the land deformation just stretches the assets in RuneScape, and I'm not really about that vibe. No, I do need to. That hasn't changed, so it hasn't changed the second time. I think it was just because it was sparse grass instead of the other thing, or it might have just been Thurtle. Not really sure. And then we want to do that. Is this is correct? Yes. Theoretically, this takes less time by turning it into the correct type of grass. I did all this. Look at it. It's fabulous. I'm proud of myself. Just sitting and waiting while this processes. And then we're just going to do that. Okay, well, I was trying to avoid it, but at least we've knocked the queue out. I should have done it from that one. There we go. And all this is doing all that. As long as it's chiseled, it doesn't lose its amount. But I was noticing every once in a while, what is going on over here? Just random stuff. Oh, those actually are forgiving odds. See, these are only still grass because I chiseled them. I chiseled it. But I noticed the sparse grass would occasionally turn into just barren soil and grow actual grass at random when time was passing normally. It happened slowly enough when I was for a little bit. I was basically having a 24-hour clock. But the physics engine of the game is directly tied to that clock, which happens to also include the despawn timer for particle effects. So if you play the game long enough with particle effects on, eventually they'll start building up. There's also the game loses ticks at a rate of at least around about 10 minutes per 24 hours. Not the most accurate clock. So I think if you were to play it something like that, you would want probably a clock synchronization event to happen at least every 12 hours to prevent it from going off too far. I mean, what's 5 minutes, right? The game itself only counts in 10-minute increments. So I suppose you could do it once a day, but if you're like working on something, you want your backups to happen much more often than that, really, don't you? Let's smack that out of the way. On the floor. Let me just take that off. Look at that! A bespoke asset. Instantaneous. Made to order. Isn't that absolutely fabulous? I'm not going to worry too much about being specific here. Where am I? X-Files starts playing. How sharp is... Oh, pretty sharp. Pretty sharp indeed. No, I would probably say... Actually... How am I going to do that? I tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do... Oh! And then... If I turn this round... And then with the tool, I vertically flip it. Look at that. Absolute genius. So this is using the empty space from that rather than what it actually is, so it looks moderately different, at least. And then for this, we will do a quick little cut them down to size. Do 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 do. Look at that, isn't that fabulous? It's a full-sized block. Black. Deadly autism. Silence. We should like to do over here. And I think we'll take this up a smidge. Does it go this way? So this is on the outside, and then you look down here, and it's basically just like this. This is the one directly in front of it, so we're looking at it from this angle, really. And I'm seeing that it's cutting off quite severely. So let me look at this from a different angle. It's at least level with it. This is one down from that. Yes. And then this is technically divoted, but I'm not worrying about matching up the exact elevation of here, or I'm going to make the project take another discrete 30 hours. But I am looking at this. This is creased down. Pretty much exactly how it already is. And then it divots in, and we have a few discrete blocks outwards. And I think I might just do this. Yes. This is essentially just a straight shot downwards. Oh, I'm in the wrong game. There we go. Absolutely adore living in shared accommodation. Not technically, I have my own place, but living in an apartment can be pretty irritating sometimes. And then it's essentially just a straight shot down here again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I would say, would that be 1, 2? Oh, I can actually count the squares. 3, 4, 5. Yes. Let's do that. You know, technically, it leads down to such a degree that half of this is flat, which I could do. But that's that would elongate the project slightly. One thing I am excited about, however, is seeing the water. I do love seeing the water. Throw that out here. Or was it this I was using? I think it was. Yes. Muddy gravel. Wet, dirty gravel, muddy gravel, wet, dirty gravel. Indeed. That's the wrong one. But the rock? It is the rock. But be careful there, the water will turn down into infinity. I think I'm not going to concern myself with the riveting challenge of creating a discrete ocean. I shall leave that to a more adventurous type. But theoretically, this project could go as long as I want it to, you know? Let's see. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8. So 6. This is 6 wide. It continues to be 6 wide. Please stop dragging me in here. Oh, it's you. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now, number 6. How far does that go there? Number 6, technically, I will say this one. And then that's like a small corner dishevelment. Let us investigate. This entire embankment subtly creeps inwards. I've been eating that for a while, I think. I tend to keep the ones that are the most annoying to find. Or that I'm not going to need for a significant period of time. So at the moment, I probably could have done with deleting the path, since that's not going to be concerned. Oop. Very strange. Look at that. Look at that. And then a bridge goes here. do 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 do. Let me just run this out. Theoretically, we have something like that. Let me just... Behold, as I miraculously transform this gravel into stained glass. There is a different sort of thing that I'm supposed to be doing here, that I'm supposed to have in these discrete slots. But this is 256 individual pixels that I have to place. So there's a lot of time and consideration that goes into those, and I am at times perturbed. to such a degree that I desire not to interact. Now, I think I did try. What happens if we just push these out a little bit? No, because I'm already seeing. See how weak the framing looks like, and I really think that you would have stronger framing for the windows, if any at all, right? You really want them to pop. This side, we have the fabulous little oil lanterns that I found that are the stand-in. There are tiny little lanterns here, but there's also like iron box lanterns outside. And look at the size of these bloody things. They're about what they ought to be, but still. Let me run back up here real quick. Theoretically, for the longest time, I haven't made this yet, so I was just thinking, oh, I've got to place my little oil lanterns over here. Nope, that's not been made yet. I am expeditiously discovering so many shortcuts. So dangerous that a full 10 minutes of work can be erased by a single click. Scary. Okay, let's go into here. Flower. Cloudberry. Black Cloudberry. All Daisy. Norfurza. These are so pretty, actually. Kind of want to see just a little bit in here. I'm taking creative liberty. Oh no, those are quite big. But that does give me an idea for a different project. I was on what to put over here, and I think I just found the answer. Look at that. Yes. Nice. And then there's a bunch of stuff I don't care about. Thick-leafed gourd. Lily of the valley, horsetail, cultivated spine, cow parsley. None of these are really bushes. That was the only one that counted as a bush. Maybe juniper berries. What does that look like? Sorry, what does that look like? Oh god, no. Stick with Furza. Quite happy with that. Now, I cheated a little bit here, just a smidge. There's a constant fight. Unfortunately, Vintage Story does not have the technology to include where you can put a wall in and then also have an object in the same area. Unfortunately, the walls, even chiseled as thin as they are, still count as part of like their own object. So this is on the outside, hence the items are on the inside. This one little corner that no one will know is indented slightly into the residence in order to facilitate putting these bushes, because these are quite an important part of the tapestry here. 25 years and we still don't have the technology for... We finally have the technology for walking through these bushes. If you're confused, it's understandable. In RuneScape, there are these two tiny little bushes that are about knee high, and they exist right there between this residence and a shop that is right next to it. And for the life of you, you cannot go through here. Now, instead, you must, and I will fly the whole discrete distance. Now, we have a semblance of a quality of life adjustment in the modern era, which has been the case since I think about 213, 2013, if not a little bit long later. Yeah, you come over here, you come all the way over here, all the way over here. You go into the castle gates, right? And then you go around the castle, big swerve around the huge building. You go out the back door in the battlements, and then you walk around here, and then and only then, going around the entirety of the castle, are you allowed to make this connection. Alternatively, you can go out here, down here, all the way over here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Bear in mind that it takes about twice as long to do this. And then just around about here to the fence that separates Lumbridge from the swamp. And then you can make your way back here. Behind the bushes. Fabulous, isn't it? Or, you know, you can just do this. But the RuneScape characters are very respectful of the environment and whatnot. My god. I'm not doing too much right this second because I've been working on this all damn day and I think it's time to take a break. I just felt excited about showing this off in small streams and videos and whatnot. I have to work on my backlog and do some editing. What is my foot itch? I should put some fertilizer on it. Having dysphasia means that you will say fertilizer instead of moisturizer because it vaguely feels like the same sort of mouth shapes. I put talcum powder on it. Doesn't seem to have made a difference. I think it's just because I was wearing something that was wet for a while. Oh, it's cold. I have to salt that one. Slightly lower on the foot, I guess. Bunched up. My Achilles. 9. 99 rebels go by. The fertility swell. Ah, sorry. Ah, yes, the under embarkment. What is that? That's stone path. We don't worry about that. There we go. Yes. Am I going to do the river? Possibly to the sea. Not right now, though. It's just nice having this little pond here that's going to turn into a river later. My goodness. Look at it, I did all this work. So proud of myself. Would not have been possible in half the time without the... I've already forgotten it. Chiseling bits? Chiswiz? Chiselwiz? Let's find out. Racial classes overhaul. Roofing mod. Successor to roof mod? Direway. What are all these fabulous things? Slash fill, skeletons, HR, player position, viewer tracker. And Chiselwiz? Chiselwiz, yeah. Powerful chisel shortcuts. Who is the beautiful person that made this system possible? Twee Smuggler. 2E Smuggler. 2 TUI. It was modified an hour ago. Oh god, it got updated while I was using it. Wooden roofs don't have the outer corner diagonal edging. All vanilla roof variants are supported with some small caveats. Sod only supports one. Thatch only supports glass. Roofing materials are added to the roof by I don't feel like reading all this right now. People don't appreciate how much energy it actually takes to sit focused and read things. Especially if you're silly like me and largely only read tweets and such. Oh, reading comprehension has gone down in the shitter in the scholastic ages, and between adults as well. On being sucked into an ecosystem that rewards you for with unrelenting dopamine. This goes down. This goes down by one. Do, 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 do. Oh, there we go. Is this on the outside? Surely that's on the inside. No. No, it's on the inside. What the fuck do I do about that? I could push the wall then. I could pull this out. Is the... No, that's the outside. So I can do that, okay. Just the faintest hint of this. Oh, we don't want to do that, do we? Do we? Let me in. No, we do want aged irregular. I thought I'd add a little bit of edging. This isn't in the game, but it just made the place thing pop a little bit. You're on the outside. Fascinating. Let's do this. Just sit and wait for this to happen. My ears. Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna get nightmares thinking about this bloody thing. It's 4 tall, which is my reticence, because I would have to sit and do this 3 more times and then just mirror it, which is the small race. But my goodness, it is a fair conundrum. And then, like, just check out how long it's going to take it just to even rotate. This is the computer doing it. I think I rotated that the wrong way around. All that, I made it take as long as possible. Let's do that. Yeah, one more time. I would love to be able to save my own blocks as discrete assets. You can, as a JSON game, for the chisel bits, but not riveted. There we go. Isn't that riveting? Absolutely terrifying. So every second one of these, this is one of the designs. The other design is a man with a sword, slinging it over his shoulder. I haven't decided if I want to be true to life on that, because there's a struggle between fidelity and whether I should have perhaps an attempt to do something with a person holding a sword. You know, sort of like, did that come through? Like, you know, the pommel in front of them. They're doing it like this, and it's shining over their shoulder. And the project was only supposed to be the church itself, but I'm scared of the stained glass. I truly am. And this was just immediately more interesting, because in the same amount of time that I could have done one of them, it took me to do this entire building. This one's been taking quite a little bit longer. This one wasn't as complicated. This is like the most involved thing, part of the build, and then the rest of it was just sort of doing this. I didn't check though. There are, in fact, no pillars on this side, which is good. Also, the building is 2 stories tall. However, and the same with this one, when you walk into a building in RuneScape, the top floor, with it being an isometric bird's eye view game, your camera is over here, while watching you sort of like run around and play. So the roofs, you can toggle this, the roofs will display while you're not inside a building, but once you enter a building, the roof just culls to show you what's going on inside. And you can toggle it so that it does that, so that they're automatically still culled, so you can see inside buildings without going inside them when you're out and about. Goodness me. It did all that, huh? The church is currently open because these are 4 tall. These are the sword one is due over there. I'm stalling. I don't want to continue working on the church, but I'm running out of other options because what I could do to actually finish this off, I still have to add some pots and pans up here, and these aren't cutlery. These are like 2 full pigs worth of meat, and I'm just thinking, there's a chef in the castle, but this must be the butcher's. And yet, in the game itself, it's inhabited by a nameless NPC that is just, you know, generic man, level 2 man that you can pickpocket or kill for combat experience. He's got like two full hogs of that, and then he's got like 11 pans. Like 2 up there, 10 up there, 8 up there, 2, 10, and then another one under there. Even more there. Those are 2 small pans. So like, let's count these. Not counting those. 1, do literally anything other than the stained glass. 5, 10, 11, 12, then 13, 14. 14 actual whole pots. Yeah. Then there's like 3 containers up here. I have to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Enjoy the beautiful ambience of the game while I rest in the room. Yeah. Build the slider to 0 instead of unmuting it. Yeah. Put that down a bit. In the green range instead of the yellow range. Though if I use my full projecting rise, we can peak all the way into the red range. Salutations, fellow human. This is normal conversational volume. My apologies. I will probably do it again. Just look at all this. It's so warm. It's great. May I never touch it again. I have to lay this to rest, but I do want to pick it up again. There's a bunch of other stuff I have to do this week. Flipping my sleep schedule for one. I also have to make some more videos. I noticed my backlog had run out on it's technically Tuesday now. So it was on Monday night that I noticed that I had nothing. And then Monday night rolled round, and there was nothing. And about an hour and a half after it, I was like, "Oh shit, I need to make a video," and then I did. I edited it, added a bunch of memes, released it at 2 a.m., 2 hours after normal. Right now, yes, I think there's one or two more videos left in the final play session for Vintage Story. I could just easily fill that out by doing a bunch of other stuff with it today. Oh my god, it's cold out. Sorry about that. These lovely, humongously thick thermal cottons. Cotton thermals. Repulculi. Did I just vandalize that? No one will ever know. This pleases. Yes. And all of this that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars may break this mold. Let me run over here real quick. And the other side. So this up to here is there one? In front of the mirror, in front of the window, is pretty grayed out. And this is grayed out. All the way up. In fact, yeah, actually, this entire thing is grey. WD. Oh. Oh no. Oh, for goodness sake. 1, 2. Just add that back in. Simplify things. There you are. Ah! After it goes down, I like 1 and 2. But technically it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Past the window, it's green. It's brown pretty much the entire way. No, that's a shadow. I'm being lied to by my own eyes. It's such a soft gradient. Now let me do this properly. There you go. Now you can see it going piecemeal. I tried to sneak, and I still fell off because it's stone path. Fabulous. Look at that. All of this has been replaced. Do that. We don't mess with sparse grass anymore. It's too persnickety. I did this, that's sparse grass, but it's chiseled, so it's not going to change formation. And all of this is just what it is. DB what it are. Oh my goodness. Let's take communion. Oh my god. You step up, there we go. Let's try that again. You thought out of it. My hubris. Oh, I swear I'll get it done at least by the time the convention's over. If not by the time, then after, at some point after it. Next week. Next week. That's the next week project. And I will procrastinate by continuing to fill out the other areas. I'm even hesitant to do this because I have to do this bespoke. I'm kind of wondering if I should just sort of leave it like that and not have to deal with the food. This was a fun project. It looks so it looks so nice. So nice. And it even looks darker on the sidelines. Look, it's all bright over here. You have it like that for some reason. And then come out here. Notice the chimneys. Aren't they glad? Glamorous. Yes. Possibly get rid of that. No longer have those around. Then we have to at least do that. Why out of soil? No. I don't trust that. I don't trust that to be what I clicked on. Thought I was going to turn it into a grass block. How are we doing this? How are we just sort of slanting it down? I do know at least that after this point, we're doing that. We're gonna have to see how it goes. I guess theoretically, alphabetically, hypothetically. The urge to be lazy is strong right now. How would you even do this? In real life, if the slant is this severe, in the game it literally just stretches it. But I don't have that luxury. It's gonna take me like a fresh 10 minutes to work on that. But second time I balled the kettle, I balled it a while ago and I kind of forgot about it. Well, mint. I have tea string. Tea string. How glorious when I don't have to place my little teapot every time. How is it? So I don't remember the meme song. Do, do, do. It's the login music. Do, 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 do. Classic music playing in the background, I think. Vintage jazz. Very unintrusive. Feels like it should be the case, right? Yeah, because you have to kind of swerve around the. That's an executive decision because you have to constantly swerve around the lanterns. It's gonna feel more satisfying because you come over here and then you're gonna hit that and get shoved every time if someone's walking back and forth. But theoretically. Absolutely fascinating. That's lightning. Well, it was lightning. Hello? Is it raining over here? Oh, it's already off by 5%. Devastating at long distances. No. Speed. %. Does this have a fence? A post? It does. Which side am I putting on? It's on the grass. We put it on the grass then. Maple logs. No. Oh, it does do that, huh? Place the flowers. The flowers are the rarest thing. I should probably stop stalling now. Oh, ooh. There's lanterns on both sides on this. I will make a. It's on the outside. So executive decision here. You have the same. Yes, you do. Running Bond. My fave. My fabulous little trinkets. Okay, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. No idea what I was working on there. Very oddly shaped. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is where it ends. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I planned ahead. Those are on the outside. So it's this I want to do. I guess it doesn't matter. And in fact, I was wrong. Is that one I wanted? Silly. Now, how is this working on the other ones? That is going to need to be directly above it is going to go this. Let me just take care of that. Riveted stainless steel. Titanium. Iron block. Where is the steel? That's chromium, that's bismuth, that's steel, stainless steel. Okay, if that's the case. Glass plane. Fucking add it then. There we go, it's because I didn't have the glass. Oh, it was. I used stainless steel on the bottom. Okay, not for the whole thing. Look at that! And a custom made to order, isn't it fabulous? And then there is another one up here. So we'll just do... That's not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All that racket and I got it wrong. Oh, but it does actually go out 2 extra over here. Good, yeah, it goes all the way. I know what I want to do. There. Oof. That's on the outside room. Yeah, so it's actually this one that I have to. Gradual this whole process is. So there's a low cupboard, but as far as well, it has to be on this side regardless, so this doesn't really particularly affect me. So I suppose maybe these can be on the inside as well. And in fact, the man's house is such a height. I'm not clicking there. What are you doing? I'm tempted to just do double walks to make this take half the time. I think I will do double blocks on the other one just to speed up this build a little bit more. My goodness. There. Fabulous. One, two, three, four. God. Anything on that? No. Like the sounds that you hear in 7 Days to Die or the zombie mode in Call of Duty. Is it weird to you, soldier? This part is pretty expeditious. That's wrong. Do did you? Yes. Is that on the outside? I think it's on the outside. It is on the outside. Oh lord. Taking double time because it's also replacing the stone blocks as it goes. Is it still going to be faster if I do it like this? Not immensely. There's trade-offs to every part of the build. They're all about equal. Here we go. Pop. Pop. Look at that. I'm memorizing it. I finally memorized what side which way the thing turns. The wrench. There's just no one in. That didn't count. Do, 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 do. Are there any windows on that side? No, thank goodness. Oh, there's a Bob Ross painting. How did I miss this? There's a there's a discrete JPEG of a Bob Ross painting in this man's house. Oh my god. The Geber brothers have good taste. I hope I don't regret saying that. It would have been them that put it there, I think. Or is this just a straight band all the way around, you know? Do I need to place anything in this corner? Yes, but only in that one. Eminently seems to go. But he has battle staff. He has staves in his. Maybe little magical staves, maybe stocks for the tutorials. Data. Shit, Zap. Not again. Now, I'm gonna make a compromise here. There's a lamp out here. There's also a lamp in here. And there. So we're going to split the difference. I'm gonna put a lamp here and a lamp there. Because I don't feel like making the oil lamps. It's just not the vibe. We'll do it like that. No, we'll do it like that. Oh, right, so it is, yeah. Doing that, I might as well do that, alright. Man's walls are all over the fucking place. Is that's supposed to be outside, isn't it? Really thick windows. Do, 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 do. And then there's two. I'll just get rid of these. Garish. Oh, those do actually need to go there. You're so right. What are we doing here? No, I thought so. Blimey. I could do a little thing up here just to make it look nice. No, vertical rotate. Fabulous. As far as I know, there's nothing that goes over here. There's not even grass. There is grass, that's a lie. Suddenly getting a very strong smell of piss. How peculiar. Hope my neighbors are okay. Now I have to keep this meme going all the way up. Or do I? Oh no, this is actually part of someone else's building, so I don't need to care about this at all. Um, the bracing suddenly makes sense, though. Where is this camera going? Okay, this is 2 blocks tall. Yes. And these are also on the outside. There's only one wide until the door. How wide is the house itself, though? 3! That must be Bob's place since he lives next door. And he's got a picture of the Duke above his. That has to be a meme image. That has to be a meme image. It just seems too conspicuous. It's supposed to be the Duke of Lumbridge, but it looks like it's based on a real actual painting. It looks very silly. So I'm not entirely sure. There's a picture of Bob Ross, a mountain up there somewhere. Right, let's come out here. Where the hell am I? I'm over here. Right, this is perfectly regular. This is not. This will be. Man's house is crammed to the nines. What is this called? Ceramic shingle. Oh, we're doing acacia roofing though. What am I replacing? We're replacing the oil lamps for now because I can find those easily again. And we're doing this plus the roof ridge. We need the soil. I don't think we need to plant immediately. Put the steel away. Definitely not going to need that. Another block is in the way. Oh no. How am I going to do that? Does it go through? No. That also goes through. The only one that doesn't is the one that's the top. Is that going to look nasty though? Because it doesn't go all the way in. The only issue is that I can't chisel the wall back up to meet it. So it's just going to look like this. Oh, what a world, what a world. I think I might have to compromise here. It doesn't really. There's no. There is. I found it. Never mind. Absolutely fabulous. How many wide is this? It is, in fact, one less. It's 5 long. Oh, God. Okay, we're saved. Although, I must say, this is actually pretty poor design. Contractors looking at this, covering their eyes, screaming for mercy. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. And then I'm gonna quickly come away over here. I believe that's gonna be grassy because it's outside. Let's look down. It is. Okay. I'm reaching the edges of my powers. My superpowers. Soup. So that's acacia. That's acacia. This is gonna be shingles. And we'll just pleasantly ignore it. So there is stuff I know discreetly all around, and we going to deal with it appropriately. Yeah? Okay. I knew that wasn't going to be correct. Sure. Goodbye. Theoretically, if I just limit myself to working on the outside, I can get these two done very quickly. No. Is that the full thing? No. Okay, it's not that painful. Quit beating, crying and shaking. No, because I don't want to think about this for ages. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? There's a bookshelf on that side, and there's a discrete. There's the fucking. That's the. Wait, what? The Bob Ross painting is also on the inside here. Where even would that be? Ice Wolf Mountain? Probably. It wouldn't be Camelot. There's no mountains near Camelot, except for Cafferby. So I suppose it would have to be Ice Wolf Mountain. There's a Jagex sort of did two mountains in Falador, and then the separation between Taverley and Cafferby. And then they just sort of forgot that mountains were a thing until it reaches the Fremennik province, that where you have people that run around a bit, live off the land, and are nomads and move around a lot. Oh, fuck at me. Am I going to? It's not too complicated to build. I only have to build a sink. Then I do a bookcase on the other side. Yeah, the bookcase is fine. So this, what side are you on? Go to blue. You're on the blue side. Okay. This is superior because I don't have to build a bookshelf on this side. Very easy. I have to build a grandfather thing on this side. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. We're not going to worry about it for now. We're just going to focus on finishing this part of the build. It's fine. Now, what side is left? That's right. So this will always rotate right. Yes. Windows? Two windows. 1. No. So here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the evens. And we left click. Yes. GG when I swap the mouse buttons. Good luck. And I'll just add that there. There we go. What's on over here? Just a crate, so I don't need to worry about it. In fact, here's one I made earlier. What kind of one are we gonna... We'll probably do like a... ebony. Is it pine? I think it's pine. You're not gonna need the roof tiles anymore. No. No, there you go. Remove all items. Oh, it works like that, huh? Mm-hmm. Is it even a crate? It just looks like a trunk acacia block. I think it might literally just be planks. The next one's going to be much faster, watch. Because you can use the bigger blocks. You know what? Yeah, that's the way to do it. No! Let's stare at it until it's done. A random thing. I really should put a crate there, shouldn't I? Acacia crate. No, it would be a pine crate, wouldn't it? All of the wood here is very dark, I must say. But you know what? This is not going to be wasted. Because it's kind of fun to do. That's red. That's brown. That's definitely brown. And but the one in here is red. That is acacia. Okay, I see you. Just it's bitching because it can't do it the fast way. Oh my god, that's so much faster. No, 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 no. That's the other side. Yeah, that's actually so much easier. At least for perception purposes. I do try to be a little bit quieter when I'm right next to the microphone. Maybe I should put it to this side so this isn't as much of a deal. What am I doing? There we very go. And it is actually an acacia crate, in case you were wondering. That's fully just a crate. E, o, e, a. That it? How wide is this? I would say that's 3 wide. But would you say that that comes out? Bid, actually. This is the easiest table I've ever made in my life. And then, ta-da, just do that. There we go. And then I just paste that and turn it around with the wrench. Fucking put it back again. It's so fast with it. Can you even get in over here? It's sort of. It's a little bit not as tight as that, but it's great. Is there barrels? There is barrels. Oh Christ, no. Right, you can do with that. Would we have such thing as a keg? No. And I don't feel like making one right now. All that's left for this is a bookcase, and then actually that does go there. Transfer liquid. It would hold things, not liquid, but you know, close enough. Moving on. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Isn't that great? Oh, there you go. Does that keep that forevermore? Yeah. Okay, last click. Yes, we did it. Yeah, it's so handy, actually, genuinely, to just say it out loud. You don't understand. You could be taught to conceive, however. Right, let's get the shingles going. A money coat hung to his knee. Right, the cat, we definitely don't need that anymore. Oh gosh. Let's just do that. Yes. 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 Perfection. Perfection. And then, because this is outside, I can simply... That made it take longer, but that's fine. Need it for reference. What even is that? Acacia planks. Right, because it's started doing acacia law for some reason. Good to know. Is that fine? It is, actually. And I'm just going to do it like that. It's an easy way. And that, great. And do. Like that. So magical, fabulous, fantastical. You usually even think it was the real thing. We have a very stretched out fence to go to next. One that's just that. Interesting. It's ridged. Outwards. On both sides somehow. Never mind that. How does it look? Is there a window up here? There is not. Glory be. Glory be indeed. There, you have it now. Okay, so the next one, these technically go up another one, but with the shingles, doing this, easy, it's easy. Absolutely devastating that I technically make things harder by having the outside walls. Oh, there we go. What was I saying? This does have a sentence. Okay. It's a very thin build. Are there buttons for it? No, just the regular. So we'll take I thought there was a thing I'm apparently missing. Where are the shingle blocks? The shingle ingles. Ingle. There's that. There's also slabs, which would probably look better than the other way around. Acacia black. Logs are not needed right now. Definitely not. Yeah, that's more or less how it looks. say it looks down here, it goes there and there, and then presumably it's still down somewhere there. For optimal drainage. That, or he's just fucked. From the outside, it just looks fine. But it's funny. Oh, these windows are a bugger though. Technically, I could have gotten away. The only fucking house that I've modelled is, or almost fully modelled, is the only one that you don't actually have to be able to get inside of, or to be able to see, perceive. I despise that with passion. Shingalingle. There's no shingle bottom though, like there is with the acacia roofing. Because what I could do here to make this part look normal is this. And then while I squint aggressively. Does that look any better or worse? It will look worse. Get this man. Come on. I'm free. Yeah. Yeah, you have to deal with that looking ugly on the inside, I guess. Although there is a facade on the inside, at least. This should be less pressure, but this is actually really easy to find. Yes, okay, this goes clockwise. That looks better. That definitely looks better. Oh, for God's sake. There we are. I think my IK still technically counts me as being 2 meters tall. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Do you have to remind myself each time the delicate ones? One that could be disrupted at any moment. But that's not acceptable. Yeah, I think that likes that. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Schlingle. Shingle. A single wingle. Come on. There we go. Take the road. With this. Ah! That's really controversial. But he's done it. Just a delicate bit of trim. Oh my goodness. Okay. I've been working on this literally all day. All night even. Possibly for the past many hours. Many hours. At least 10. It's bad. I've got the bug bad. I need to listen to my body. I should have brushed my teeth when I woke up. But instead I'm gonna go get food. Yeah, and I'm gonna, but until that point I'm going to continue listening to Smooth Jazz. Right, we'll do the once over. We're not allowed to touch it, we're not allowed to modify it. There's like one singular exception I'll make to this, which is solid door. And we will replace the aged stuff. Yes. Okay. What orientation is that door? You're not gonna believe me. It is, in fact, always open. Is that right? Oh, for God's sake. There we go. What? Oh, I see. How humorous. Here's something humorous about myself. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Yeah, yeah. You don't say. You do say, unfortunately. That's the problem. Yeah, we go. There's the light sources. Buggery. That is that. Because I feel ill, which means I should probably eat something. And then think about sleeping while just sort of passing out in bed. Daydreaming. I need to, like, move my schedule gently. It's Tuesday. I have 2 sleep attempts, 2 nights to make this happen. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Right, if anyone watches this later, thank you for watching. If you have been watching and not saying anything, thank you for watching. I am going to be going for now and thinking about my life decisions. Oh, let me not end without at least putting the door in. Where the hell am I? I'm in front of the door. Is the door going in the right way? It is not. It will if we do it like that, though. Right, so his actually does open anyway. Does the other one open anyway? Do we need to know? Probably. Yeah, you would always want your doors to open. We need a function for this. We need the ability. Please, dear God. I need to be able to rotate my doors. Yeah. Gates, doors, etc. Rotates, face them. Not to open it outside, but since if you try placing them from the opposite side, it still opens one way. This is just going to be adequate for my purposes. You see how easily I've tricked myself into coming back though. There we go. I will not be satisfied unless at least this is done. My goodness. Gotcha. Right. Yes. Almost done. Almost done. Final pass. 1, 2. 1, 2. There is a sign that goes up here. Other than that, anything else? No, not a peep. And just to be silly with it, let's look at the flora and put a single little bush down. It's a strange sort of standing thing, almost like bamboo, but like... Is that just actually a tree? I would say that's a tree. I would put a sapling, but the saplings will eventually turn into something else. Coconut saplings, cultivated white vine. Is there anything that looks like a tree that won't become a tree? There's vanilla, that doesn't grow in the UK. Tulle. I could believe that that's tulle. Fuck it, it's tulle. No? You absolutely insist? I think you do. I've arsed it. Listen, there's nothing on the inside over here. I like how I said bye, and then I just sort of kept going. Oh god, my leg. Ow. That's massive. Holy crap. What are all my options here? Cutting. It's just like a solid thing. Saffron, absolutely not. Lavender? Did we get away with saying that's lavender? No. No, we didn't. Looks very different than it does in the preview. Giant fennel white asparagus. Really? No, that's absolutely massive. That looks like it's a full tree. But I think I am satisfied with that. Based on the appearance of the plant out here. Yeah, this was just an excuse to delay having to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Party on the dance floor. Yeah, this is accurate. This is accurate. This little stone pass cycling. With that being just about done, with the exception of a small trimming, with the inclusion of those things. That's a lantern. Are these decorative? Tiny little things. Those are massive. Are the wooden ones any smaller, by chance? Bald cypress. We get the birch ones, I can pretend they're iron. No. We'll stick with these. With that, and the exception of another 5-hour project by way of focusing exclusively on stained glass windows, this little hamlet section of Lumbridge is officially done. The sole exception is about to be addressed. Give me 2 seconds. No, it's not actually there. It's over here. So where does it... It starts here. Okay. Yeah, that's accurate. More or less. I can afford to be stingy, I think. This is designed as a full fence, because I think it's probably designed with the mind of keeping pests out of the promenade, if you could call it that. But yeah. The church, Bob's axes. Anonymous level 2 Mr. Man, who may secretly be running the butcher shop. There's a detail that just got dropped for 26 years. Let's see. Was there any sign of chimneys? No. Bob just doesn't roll that way. I am resisting the urge to fix the thing. But, oh, can I outpace the game? I can, by just changing screens. Oh my lord. It's a hard life. What in blazes is going on? The end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Whenever you watch it, if you watch it, you will watch it. It will be watched at some point before they eat Death of the Universe. These streams will be watched. I am gonna go get food and enjoy my day, as I hope you do. Stay hydrated.